in the rolling hills of the Palouse in North Idaho, you will find some of the most fertile soil in the world. Wheat, barley, lentils, and more are all grown here and shipped around the globe. Though beautiful, farming this area can present some challenges, and it's just one of the many reasons why researchers at the University of Idaho are looking for solutions in a product called biochar. Dev, Russell, we are here in the gorgeous Palouse region of North Idaho, and I understand the research that you're doing here on behalf of the University of Idaho is really focused on crop health. Why is that so important to our state and to the globe?
So Idaho is one of the top states to produce agricultural commodities. Soil health is very important to keep that yield high for the farmers, to produce more for the world. More we produce at lower cost, we feed the humanity better.
The Palouse, absolutely stunning. Beautiful rolling hills, like you mentioned, incredibly fertile, but it also presents some challenges, right? What are some of those challenges that you face?
The area here is a rain-fed area, so we rely on just simply what we get in a given year. There's no irrigation to supply the water.
We want to keep as much of moisture and fertilizers on the rolling hills as much as possible, and biochar helps to keep that into the farm.
All right, you said a very important word, right, which is biochar. Okay, so what is biochar and how do we get it? Where does it come from?
Biochar, as name implies, the first name bio means it is come from a biological materials. When processed at very high temperature in absence of oxygen, the absence of oxygen is what makes a biochar. And it has a very good qualities for agriculture. It can hold moisture.
This is kind of like a sponge, right? It's super porous. So then it, like you're mentioning, absorbs the water and then helps retain that in the soil. Does it also hold soil a little bit in place as well to help avoid some of that soil erosion?
What we're looking at here is not necessarily as much as holding the soil in place, as much as absorbing some of the water so you don't get as much surface runoff.
Okay, got it. So this is incredible research that you guys are doing here, and you're doing it as well with students. What have they been able to be a part of in this process?
Yeah, so it all started with a concept, right? If we put biochar in the soil, then it is supposed to do what we just talked about.
Yeah.
But we need to prove that it's actually data to show that it actually works in the field.
Yeah, that your theory is correct.
Yeah, so that's where the grad students working on this project come in.
Explain the roles that you both have in the research being done here at the University of Idaho in regards to biochar.
We do a lot of the hands-on things, so we helped construct all of the sensors that go into the ground. We didn't buy those pre-made, so we had to make all of them individually. Additionally with that, we had to program all of the software and get all of that set up and ready to collect data, so that was definitely a big role that we played.
How excited are you to see the potential outcomes of this?
Yeah, it's really fascinating to see the output of this research at the end, because we are just investing a lot of energy and time, and I'm really glad to be part of this research, which is literally transforming the agriculture.
Inside of this is the electronics that you are seeing. So it records the soil moisture at 2 different depths. It wakes up every 2 hours, records it, and then goes back to sleep.
So this is your data collection?
Yeah.
Data collection, yes.
Got it. What are your aspirations? Where do you see this going? What's your hope for this?
Well, one of the things that we want is that is to be able to figure out where are the optimal places to put the biochar, because it's too expensive to do it over the entire landscape. So if we can identify where can we, for example, increase the yields of crops the most across a field and just apply them in those locations, we gain some benefit. One of the places where biochar first kind of became to be sort of an area of research was in the Amazon. It's estimated that some of those earliest ones were implanted with biochar, on the order of 7,000 years ago, and the biochar is still present. Putting it in now, can give like lifetime benefits for a farmer and then onto his children.
Wow.
Hundreds of years.
That's
not thousands.
Incredible. Where do people go to learn more too about the work that you guys are doing here at the University of Idaho?
They can go to www.uidaho.edu and then just search for biochar, and it'll pop up our research and some other research that UFI is doing related to biochar.
Wonderful, gentlemen. Thank you so much.